Hey, 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 welcome back to the Ashley Show. We're going to be doing brows today. These are the items that we are going to be using today. Of course, I will be placing them in the description box below. Using my milk stick, I'm going to use it as a base to hold my eyebrows together so that they don't move around. Keep in mind, I'm only going to be doing my brows today, so I probably will look a little bit crazy once this is over said and done with, because I won't be doing my whole face. I just wanted to show you how I do my brows. I've come up on a new way that I really like, and I think that you'll like it as well. I want to show you guys a little bit of a trick. This is mustache wax. I'm going to be using it to kind of straighten out the bristles on my brush. I notice after a while, if it gets old, they start to kind of disperse, and then that can kind of mess up your eyebrows. So I throw a little bit on the tip of my brush, and that will straighten and strengthen kind of the ends so that you can get those brows snatched, honey. With a brush or a spoolie, always go ahead in and straighten out those brow hairs so that they're not all over. I've noticed with a brow gel, it's always easier if you can kind of lay it flat. So I always use something flat to lay it on the top of, and I just kind of paint, or I'm able to paint on both sides, kind of like Picasso. So you're gonna see me getting started with one brow already done, and that's because this is the third damn time I've done this video, and I just really don't want to have to go through the motions again, and they came out so great, I really wanted to share. So yeah. Just so you know, these are going to be some odd angles, and I definitely do apologize for my skin. I've been stressing out like super crazy, and my skin has been reacting to the craziness. Always make sure you flick up when you're using your brow gel so it doesn't create that harsh line that you're going to have to go back and conceal over. It just makes things a lot easier, and it looks a lot more natural. However, depending on the situation, whether I'm at the pool or I'm out on a night or something like that, I do like them to look a little bit crispy. I am going to Vegas here shortly. You guys let me know in the comments by commenting, take me if you want to see video on me doing my makeup for Vegas. Going in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I actually did a video on this not that long ago. It's an excellent concealer to use. I'm going to be using it to kind of carve out them crispy eyebrows that I'm planning to do. I always use a short, more compact brush to do my brows because it gives me more control. I also always put my product on the back of my hand. I find that it glides a lot easier on the skin if you warm it first. Same scenario. I was not in the frame when I did that brow, so I'm going to show you on this side exactly what I did to get it the way that it looks there. I see a lot of my babes and they have eyebrows and they look great, but sometimes they can be a little off-centered. If you kind of use your brush to kind of give you a justification or a measurement as to where they should be and kind of, you know, how you want them positioned, throwing an X kind of in the middle will kind of help you guide yourself and see exactly where you're supposed to put your concealer and where your brows are supposed to begin and end. I always pay homage to blending. Blending is lit. You have to make sure to blend, and I think that's why I get a lot of comments on my makeup, is because it's blended out very well. Make sure that you blend even in the beginning stages. Like right now I'm going through and making sure that when I'm, you know, taking the brush through, I'm pulling the product down so that eventually it will be smooth and with a finish, a really great finish. Smooth and with a finish. It will be with a really nice finish in the end. Girl, when I tell you it was hard to get these eyebrows in this frame, I swear that was just me going back and correcting some of the tail parts. And that's something that I just do throughout the process of doing my eyebrows. I will go back and straighten out the tail to make sure that it's still there and it's still somewhat dark on the ends. Totally forgot to tell you why I actually started doing my brows first in the first place, because I noticed I was touching my face a lot just to get my brows correct. And when I do my brows first and kind of get those out the way and then do the blending and whatnot, I can go over top with my concealer and everything else is ready to go. So you see how there's like this color block thing going on where I'm putting the concealer and then my brow, and then there's like this not color in the middle where there's like less hair. I will go back and show you how to correct that. Bam! By taking your brush or your spoolie kind of in between with the actual product on the brush and kind of scooping it into those hairs, it'll kind of camouflage or give you a more natural look rather than you just, hey, I just filled in my eyebrows. Moving right along, you want to take your foundation, my choice that I use all the time, which you know, I'm using a flat brush, gonna mix them together like I do in all my other tutorials on the back of my hand to warm the product. And then we're gonna go in and cover up some of that white. I know that there are a lot of young ladies, like I said, my babes that are out there that do their brows. There can be a white halo around your eyebrows, and that's not always the most flattering, and it's not realistic looking. So I'm gonna go in and clean that up now. Now with my eyebrows, they do kind of freakishly sit off of my face. So there is going to always be a little bit of light that's going to touch the top parts of my eyebrows. And what I do is I go in with my foundation just to flatten that area a bit. And because it's always going to show anyway, because that's just naturally how my skin is, I will go over the top of it with something a little more shiny like a illuminator to bring out that pop, baby. So step number 1, you want to blend. Step number 2, you want to blend some more. Step number 3, blend. You're gonna see me taking this brush over the tops of where those naked kind of hairs are just to keep it more blended out. Because blending is life! While I was doing this video, I was like, I'm not going to do both eyes. I do not want to bore you with the specifics of how I do it, but then I thought again, and I'm like, well, if I don't show you how I do mine, how the hell are you gonna know how to do them? Maybe we can chit chat a little. If any of you are planning on having Memorial Day plans and possibly maybe in the Las Vegas area, which is where I will be at the time, and you want to hang out or we can exchange makeup tips or whatever, just hit me in the comments below and let me know. Go back and make sure that those tails are bold. I always do this. Tricky trick. I use my mascara to just lightly go over the hairs so they look more realistic and not so, you know, powdered down. Sometimes we can have that powdered down look or even that really oddly too gelled look. But if you take your mascara just lightly over the tops, it gives them a more defined look. Ta-da! And there you have it. There are my brows. I will later go in and of course do the foundation and everything else. I hope that you enjoyed this and that this helps you. Again, if you will be in the area for Las Vegas on Memorial Day, please hit me in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe.